Hey, what's up, beautiful people? My name's Rita, and this is Fancy Financials. So if you're new here, again, my name is Rita, and on this channel, we are all about finding our wealth at home by budgeting and saving via our cash envelope systems. If you're returning, thanks so much for coming back. Today's video is going to be our 2022 reset, where I talk to you guys about all of the sinking fund categories that I'm gonna have this year, as well as some new setups, some new envelopes, and all the fun stuff I know you guys wanna see. So if this is your type of video, go ahead and like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and let's jump right into the setup. Okay, so first things first, when it comes to my cash envelope system setup, I definitely have a daily cash wallet. Now, with my daily cash wallet, I keep my few essential categories in here, which for me personally consist of groceries, household supplies, fur babies or my pets, which I have a cat and a dog if you did not know, gas, bless someone, and then spend, which it's not in here because I just made these envelopes and I forgot to make that category, but it's like a spending or miscellaneous category. And then also in my current setup, I have this little lunch envelope, and I really don't need this lunch envelope anymore because I am working from home fully remote again. After they attempted to put us back in the office, things kind of got messed up. So we are back fully remote, so I don't need this category. So for my New Year setup, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be switching out this wallet into a new one. And I do have some new envelopes, and I switched the categories up just slightly. I'm going to save this for the end of this video. That way I can do the unboxing of the new wallet with you guys and then switch all of this money and these envelopes over to that setup. So the next binder that I have for you guys is going to be my kids savings binder. Now, if you were watching me last year in prior videos, my kids envelopes were a part of my high priority binder. I still kind of have a high priority binder. My setup is definitely a little bit different. I'm not necessarily going to be saying high priority, low priority, maybe long-term, short-term. I don't know. I kind of have a mixture of things going on with this new setup. It's not as specific, I feel like, with the binder categories. But anyway, I wanted to just pull my kids' savings envelopes out and have them completely by themselves, especially because I use the glitter envelopes. So it's just a clear binder. And then inside, we just have my 3 children, Kimora, Keith, and Christopher. So for this year, my kids' envelopes go in their own binder. I like using the zip envelopes for my kids just because, I don't know, to me, the zip ones feel a little bit more secure when it comes to the cash envelope system. But of course, the ones that are not zipper envelopes just give you a little bit more spice because you can change them up, and there's a lot more options when it comes to envelopes that are not zippered. However, people do use their Cricuts to kind of fancy up some of the zippered envelopes as well. So this is just my personal preference, but this is going to be our first binder. It's going to be our kids' savings binder. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, my kids have a 529 college savings account, and then they also have a uniform transfer account or a UTMA account, which we use for their stocks. So that is where the money that is saved within these envelopes go to. All right, moving on to our next binder. All right, guys, so this is going to be our next binder setup. Previously, this was in my white binder, and it was my personal categories. So it's pretty much still the same, except I just moved it into my rose and gold binder, and this is from Princess Budgets. I'll leave the item linked below. I still have my high priority stickers on here, so these categories definitely are high priorities for me. We have my personal savings, or this is actually more like our emergency savings account, but just for me. So me and my husband do have a joint emergency savings, and this one is just like a rainy day fund that I set up for myself. So that is going to be our savings category. Then we have our car payment category. That's self-explanatory. I pay my car payment on the 15th of every month. So periodically I will be putting money in here to save towards that. Our beauty envelope, for me, Beauty is a part of my self-care. It's a part of my mental health. When I look good, I feel good. So I like stuffing this to make sure I can get my hair done. I like making sure I have money to get my nails done. Again, this is a priority for me. So for some people, beauty may not be a priority envelope, but for me, it's something that even if I'm trying to pay off debt, even if I'm trying to save, this is just something that I want to make sure that I still gift myself on a regular basis. Speaking of gifting self on a regular basis, I then have my Rita envelope, which this is just my personal envelope. I don't stuff a lot of money in here, so I don't really know what I'm saving for per se, but it'll just be for maybe like anything random that I want to purchase for myself, whether it's a short-term or a long-term purchase. I can just put some money in here. Next, we have hubby's envelope, and hubby's envelope was started just for me to be able to do random acts of kindness for my husband. So maybe, you know, I overhear him saying that he needs something new and I decide to go and purchase it for him, you know, just out of kindness. Yeah, or sometimes my husband will tell me, because I have the Amazon Prime account, well, we have it, but he just does not know how to log into it. So sometimes he'll send me pictures of something from the regular Amazon, and he'll snapshot it and say, can you order this for me on Prime? So sometimes I'll do that and it comes right out of my account. So I could also use this money just to pay myself back in my buffer account as well. So that's hubby. Family, this was stuffed a lot more during the summertime when we go to different places like museums and for ice cream and all that stuff. So right now it's a little low on funds, but I'm keeping it in here because family time is definitely a priority as well. And I want to make sure that we're doing little activities, whether it's going to the movies or our absolute favorite thing to do is go get ice cream. But since it's cold right now, we can't go do that. But that's what this envelope is for. Then I do have an outings envelope in here as well. You will notice that I did take out my girls trip envelope, and that's just because a girls trip is not necessarily a priority right now, and I want to get really good with not over setting up my sinking funds. You know, I think it's really easy to brainstorm what sinking funds you want and then decide that you're just gonna have all of them. But for me personally, what that does is it puts pressure on me to make sure I'm stuffing all of them at the same time, and I don't want that pressure. I want to think about what are my true sinking fund priorities in this moment, and those are the only sinking fund envelopes that I want to see in my binders. That way, you know, I'm not trying to stuff 20 different sinking funds every time I get paid. I'm only stuffing the core ones. And then if something becomes a priority, we can absolutely add it back in here. But that's just the way that I'm doing things for this year moving forward. Okay, so then we have our YouTube. This is going to be for our YouTube taxes. It's the same one we used last year. So starting off fresh for January, we will be stuffing our taxes into this one. And then I have 2 credit card envelopes back here. We have American Express and Discover, which are my credit cards that do still have some balances on them. So with those 2 envelopes, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna stuff money in them. And that's only because my new approach for 2022 is going to be, as soon as I get paid, I pay my bills first, because of course we pay our bills first. And then after that, I think what I'm gonna do is just automatically decide what amount I'm gonna make a extra debt payment for. So maybe it's only $100, maybe it's $200, but I'm just going to make that extra debt payment straight out of my checking account as if I'm paying a bill. So I'm not sure I'm going to be stuffing towards debt this year. I will still be paying down debt, but I don't know, now that I'm paying off cards that actually have interest accruing on them, then I just want to make sure that I'm not holding money in my envelopes for any specific reason when I could be paying down the balance and getting charged less interest. So that's just my thought process on that for this year. Let me know if you guys would like me to use prop money. I know some people like the prop money, some people don't like the prop money. I personally probably would just rather not put anything in there, but maybe I can use a tracker card to track how much I'm paying off. I don't know. You guys let me know what you would want to see most. All right, so that was this binder. Again, it says HP for high priority on it, but they're the same categories that were in my personal binder last time. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have names for my binders this year. And last but not least, we have this new beautiful crocodile Moterm personal size. It's just gorgeous. So the way that I scored this baby here was I decided that I was going to do the yearly FETCH Rewards challenge where I don't cash out any of my FETCH rewards and I save them up till the end of the year to see if I can use it for Christmas, similar to how I did this year. But being that I saved a lot this year, I want to see if I can save even more once I start from January. So before I decided to start that challenge, I wanted to bring my account balance down as much as possible to kind of start from scratch. I think I got it down to about 20,000 points. And the way I did that was I cashed out a few $50 gift cards for the use at Amazon, which is what helped me purchase this. So this technically was free. I'm super, super excited. I know before I told you guys that I did not like Moterm, or that I had looked at the Luxe A7 version and it was just too big. But I took a whim because I just think that this black croc is so pretty. So I ordered it and it got here and I fell in love. I fell in love so much that I actually did order a wallet, an A7 wallet, and I'm actually going to unbox that with you guys next. So let's go ahead and see what envelopes we have in here. All right, so the first thing you're gonna see is this little dashboard cover. I still need to make my dashboard, so for right now, it's just a little blank slip. Next up, we have vacation. So vacation is going to be for family vacation, family reunions, all that stuff. We actually already have at least 3 things planned that we need to be doing this year that involves traveling. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be stuffing vacation. Next, we have medical. So this is going to be for copays, whether it's a medical copay, a dental copay, medicine as well. I realized that I needed to have a place to stuff money for medicine. I've been taking it out of my grocery budget, and I'm not sure that I want to continue to do that. So I'm going to be intentional about putting money for medicine in my medical sinking fund. Right now, with colds going around and all of that stuff, I always want to be able to have some extra money on hand in case I need to run and get some cough syrup or, something like that. Everything school. So if you're new here, my kids, I have 3 children. I have 1 in preschool, I have 1 in 3rd grade, and 1 in 5th grade. So I typically will save and give them money for their report cards. So I do, is it $5 or $10? I think it's $10. I'm drawing a blank right now. $10 for every A. Yes, it's $10 because my son just got 50 from me for having good grades and my daughter got like 30. So yeah, $10 for every A that they make. And then also, I just want to consistently put money in here for the beginning of the school year. I know the school year just started in September, but it's never too early. Back to school is a big event, kind of like Christmas. So I want to set some money aside for that. Our birthdays. So our birthdays, I added the word "our" just so that I could remember I'm talking about my 5 immediate family members, myself, my husband, and my 3 children. This is going to be an envelope just for us. And then gifts for others is going to be for anybody else's birthday that's not my immediate family, cousins, godsons, my friends' kids, all of that stuff. This will also be for baby showers, potlucks, anything that kind of falls into that bucket of a gift for someone else. Holidays and events. This is actually different than Christmas. I wanted to create a separate envelope for, when you need to buy a couple extra groceries because it's Thanksgiving or you're having a special dinner for New Year's, Halloween costumes, Valentine's Day candy, all that type of stuff is going to get stuffed into here. New swag is just clothes for myself or my kids, probably more so for my kids because if it's clothes for myself, I tend to probably would pull that out of my miscellaneous fund or maybe even my personal fund. But yeah, this is just clothes for anybody. And right now, everybody's doing pretty good, but my kids grow like weeds. So yeah, we'll definitely need to start stuffing this. Same thing with shoes. I'll be putting money towards shoes in here. My kids' shoes, I don't know. I just need to not buy them so many at once or tell family members who buy them shoes. Like usually they will get a ton of shoes for Christmas, but their feet grow so fast. It's so hard. All right. So next I made these clear pink envelopes. And this one just says, oops, I did it again. So if you were familiar with my oh shit envelope, which was kind of like my overage, like, oops, I went over in this category again, and then I would be able to pull some extra cash from this one. I just wanted to switch up the name again. Again, shout outs to Baddies and Budgets, who is the person who I originally got the Oh Shit Fund name from. But yeah, we are switching ours to Oops, I Did It Again over here. And then we have our receipts, and this is just a place where I can stuff my receipts. Okay, now the part that I am most excited about is in the back of this term, and it's going to be my 2022 savings challenges. I'm really, really excited about the savings challenges that I'm going to do this year. Some of them I made myself, and some of them are from others. So let's jump right into it. The first one is going to be the $500 savings challenge. Now, this is a challenge that I already had. It actually kind of looks like this, but I actually updated the envelope. I made a deeper one. They're about the same size width-wise, but I made a deeper one just because with savings challenges and when the money starts to add up, sometimes it can fall out. I really like this style better specifically for savings challenges. So I'm going to be doing this one, and this one I'm going to be using only rollover cash to stuff. So anytime I have money left over in groceries or gas, you name it, I'm going to use it to stuff this $500 savings challenge. I do not have a goal for what I'm going to use this money for yet, but it'll be a nice surprise when the time comes. So next we're going to be doing the FancyFinancials 2K savings challenge. And this one, I have another version of it already in my shop. But again, I updated the size on this one. I made it a deeper envelope. And I also broke up those last $400 bonus check boxes. So if you guys watched my unstuffing of my savings challenge video, then you will see that I forgot to stuff those extra bonus boxes in my 2K challenge. So that did make my envelope $400 short. I think probably because it just, there's never a good week just to throw $100 at a savings challenge, at least not for me. So I probably ignored those, and by the time I completely forgot about them, even when I probably did have the extra money to stuff. So I just broke it down so that it's smaller amounts, easier to stuff on a bi-weekly basis for me. And also, just in case you're wondering, all of my savings challenges are self-paced. So I also wanted to take the pressures off of myself to feel like every single paycheck you have to stuff. Because if you have something that's a 26-week challenge or a 52-week challenge, and then there's a week that you can't stuff, you might feel down on yourself that your envelopes are going to be short, or then that means you're going to have to double up on a next week. So just to eliminate all of that, all of mine are self-paced. You can stuff as many boxes or as little boxes as you want. And maybe you finish at the end of the year. Maybe it goes into the next of the new year. But whatever works for you. So this is our 2K savings challenge. Then we have our $500 Treat Yourself Self-Care Challenge. I'm really excited about this. I made this challenge myself. It is available in my shop. And basically what it is it's $20 for every square, but every time you add $20 into your square, you also need to do the corresponding self-care challenge. So I'll just read a few of them. There's things like try out a free workout online, listen to a favorite song, take a 15-minute walk outdoors. So just to remind yourself, yes, I'm putting aside some money to treat myself, but these are also some self-care things that I can do that don't cost anything. When you get to the very last checkbox and you add your last $20 to get a $500 total, you will see that it says to buy yourself something nice. So I put that at the end just because it's kind of the grand finale. And then I put a little quote down here that just says, give the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. Slay your financial journey while still enjoying life. #StayFancy. So I'm really excited about this challenge. Let me know if you guys want to hop on this challenge with me. I would love to know what you guys would use $500 for to treat yourself with. Would you go buy a new pair of shoes, a couple pairs of shoes, a new bag, take yourself shopping for clothes, go on a quick weekend trip? What would you use $500 for? Leave it in the comments below. But yeah, this is available in my shop if you'd like to join. Also, I'm going to be doing a Christmas savings challenge this year. So if you realized I did not have a Christmas sinking fund in any of my other binders, and it's because I'm doing this challenge. It's a $1,000 savings goal. So each of these gingerbread men is $25, and you'll just cross them off and you will stuff it in here every time. Again, this is a deep envelope. I realize that everybody doesn't have $1,000 Christmas goal, so I do have another variation in my shop, which is only $500. So you have at least two options there. But yeah, this is going to be, again, although I'm also simultaneously doing the FETCH Rewards Challenge to see if I can use those for Christmas. It would be awesome if I was able to fully fund Christmas with FETCH and then I have an extra $1,000. You never know. You never know. I'm just going to put that out there. But yeah, we're doing that one. So then we have our 1K savings challenge that I was already completing. So I definitely did get a head start on this one. I think I have 5 boxes filled out currently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So what's that? $125 that we already have saved. I'm definitely going to continue to do this one. Next up, we have my girl Pink Budgets. So she saw that I did her 2K challenge last year, and she reached out to me and sent me this silver challenge. The silver challenge is a grand total of $1,000, and it's a scratch off. So with the scratch off, each of these diamonds is either worth between $10 at the minimum or $25 at the maximum. So I think that that's definitely manageable in order to complete this 1K savings challenge. Now, this is available in Pink Budget's website and also in her Etsy store. It does not come with the envelope, so I just went ahead and created this envelope for myself that just says silver, because again, this is the silver challenge. All right. So last but not least, we also have the 50 envelope challenge, $1,275. A lot of people did the 100 envelope challenge, which is $5,050. But for me, I know myself, and if I do that challenge, that's the only challenge I'm doing. So I think in total, all of these savings challenges that I just showed you total up to like 6,000 something. Let's go ahead and add it up actually, just so that we can see how much it is. So 50 envelope savings challenge will be a total of $1,275. Then if we add in Pink Budget's 1K challenge, and then we have the FancyFinancials 1K challenge, we have Christmas for 1K, we have our self-care challenge for 500, and we have our FancyFinancials 2K savings challenge. And last but not least, our other $500 rollover. So all of these savings challenges together equal $7,275. Like I just said, if I would have done the 100 envelope challenge, that's already $5,000 right there. So I wouldn't have been able to partake in as many. Also, a quick disclaimer for these envelopes. Like I said, this one is only getting stuffed if I have rollover money. If I don't have any, I will not be stuffing it. And then I have my savings challenges in my priority for wanting to complete them, because I'm sure that there might be weeks where, look, I just don't have extra money to stuff savings challenges this week. And I just want to put that out there because I know savings challenges are a really big thing right now, but they're not for everybody. And you do have to be at a certain point in your cash envelope system journey and your budgeting journey to even be able to do that, as far as like bringing on savings challenges and things. So just wanted to put that out there, that these are now in the priority that I want to complete them. So the 2K challenge, then the self-care, then Christmas, then 1K, then Pink's 1K, and then the 50 envelope challenge. So with that, guys, that was my last binder. So we have my black crock. I don't have a name for this, guys. What should I call my binders? Like, do you guys think this is high priority, low priority? Should I give it a name? I don't know. I need to figure out how to refer to them. So we have my black binder. Then we have my rose binder, or I think we can probably still call this personal because these are the same categories that were in our personal binder last year. And then my kids. So these are the 3 binders that we're going to be using in regards to sinking funds, long-term and short-term. And now, if you guys want to, I will go ahead and show you guys my new wallet. So again, this is the wallet that I currently use. For those of you who may ask, this is the Louis Vuitton Agenda Planner PM. So it's actually a planner, but I just converted it into a wallet using the cash envelope system. So we are going to be moving out of this today, and we're going to be moving into